Hello everyone, I'm Madan Gowri. The big question that Indians have is that what will be India's prospects in America's eyes with Joe Biden as the president and Kamala Harris, a black American who also has half roots from India, as the vice president? The simple answer is yes. And the long answer is this video. So we are going to look at each and every aspect of it. So first of all, we have to understand the countries that would be actually welcoming Joe Biden with a much brighter face. There are two neighbors that would be really happy that Joe Biden is replacing Donald Trump. One is Pakistan and another is China. For the most obvious reason, Donald Trump and China, especially in the last few months, they had a very bad track record of friendship. There were moments where Donald Trump got on stage and actually accused China of spreading coronavirus. India-China issue where America actually took a stand with India. So a lot of things happened between Trump and China. So obviously China will be happier to have a new president in Oval Office. That's point number one. So why should Pakistan be happy? Pakistan already shares a great rapport with Joe Biden. Does this actually mean India and America would be having a problem? Not really. But the reason why India and America might have a different approach is actually because there are certain issues that happened in India over the past few years that has never been touched by America in a very strong way. One big issue like that is the Jammu and Kashmir issue. So Jammu and Kashmir was divided into two union territories, right? And there was huge protest for this in Kashmir, and there was a lockdown and all these things happened. So when all this was happening, Donald Trump administration of America did not really bother much about it. They did not get in between Indian affairs, and they did not stop Indian government from doing anything in Kashmir. Unlike Trump, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden will have a stand in this particular issue. They have already expressed in multiple scenarios that they want people to have freedom of speech. They want people to have freedom of movement. They never want this to be stopped. So when they come to power, that is by January 20 of 2021, India and America's diplomatic channels, especially in political issues, India's internal political issues, religious freedom, all these things would be coming under scanner again. The new American government will be taking a look at all these things. So where will India be actually having it easy? India will be having it easy in one big sector, and that is money. Let's get one thing straight. Be it any country would get into a financial agreement or a particular business or a particular trade only when it actually profits them. There was a time when India was actually dependent on other countries for finance. There was a time when India was dependent on other countries for power. There was a time when India was dependent on other countries for a lot of things. But times have changed. We are living in 2020. And when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris take to the power, we will be in 2021. In 2021 or already in 2020, India is one of the biggest consumer markets in the world. The power in the 21st century is with the country that has maximum consumers. This world, the current world, is actually dominated by moguls in business. And when it comes to trade, every country wants to be doing some business with India. More than India needing another country, other countries want India to be part of their trade partner so that they can actually capitalize on the humongous population in one country. So India has this population that no country has. Probably the one country that has higher population is China, but we all know China is a very closed country. You can't easily do business in China. There was a huge deal that was supposed to be signed between Trump and Modi. So it was actually part of Namaste Trump, one of the huge events that happened in Gujarat, but actually didn't come through. But with the new government, with Joe Biden in office, the probability of a trade deal that would actually help Indians do better business with America is higher with Joe Biden in the office. Even though with politics, even though with criticism on the way Jammu and Kashmir issue is handled, maybe America will never take a stand between India and China issue because America wants both. I mean, the Joe Biden administration would definitely want to be friends with China. They also want to be friends with India. They also wants to be friends with Pakistan. So in this situation, the fact is that when it comes to business, forget politics, when it comes to business, America needs India. So in this situation, Indian government will actually have a better leverage in negotiating a deal with Joe Biden. This was not possible with Trump. He was a very tough negotiator and it was publicly known. But with Joe Biden, there is a better probability of us getting a better business deal, a better trade deal. And it also helps Indians in a lot of other ways. Over the past few months, there were a lot of restrictions on H-1B visa. There were a lot of restrictions Indian student visa to US. There was a lot of fear about Indians who are already settled in US. So all these fears can be put to rest with Joe Biden taking the office. Joe Biden is someone who is inclusive. If you are someone who wants to go to US, it's better that Joe Biden is there. But again, as I said at the starting, done are the times when India was highly reliant on America. Done with the times when Sundar Pichai went to America to become this technological leader. Now you don't need America. You can be anywhere and you can create a revolution. A lot of Muslims actually cannot enter US. There is a legal ban. And Trump wanted to build a wall. Trump put children in cages. So a lot of things have been going on in US. With Joe Biden's arrival, these things will be put to a rest. All that said and done, there would be one huge question that you all have. Madan, you talked so much about all these things, great, well and good. What about Kamala Harris? Her mother is from India and she has talked about her famous video of talking about idli and dosa went viral. So what about that? Won't she be backing India? Well, the truth is, no, she won't be. Any country, I mean, it does not mean that she won't back India at all. All I'm saying is she won't be giving any special preference to India because that will be the first thing that Republicans, the opposite party, wants to pinpoint. So that will be something that she's very careful about. And Kamala Harris has always identified herself as a black American because her father was a black person. She always identified herself as a black American rather than an Indian. This whole Indian saga actually came up very recently before the elections. Before that, she always identified herself as a black American. But all this being said and done, these are things these people, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, said or did when they were not president and when they were not vice presidents, right? Now they are this. Now they are president and now they are vice president. When they are in power, a lot of things would change. Any country would love to make peace at first because they always are critical of the previous government. When they are new, they want to make peace. They want to start a new chapter. Let's see what is going to unfold. But at the end of the video, I have one question to ask you. What do you think? Do you think the new president, Joe Biden, would be more friendly to India? Or do you think maybe he might not be as friendly as Trump was? I will see you in another video. Until then, bye. Madan Gowri signing off here.